So the lyrics in that song I just posted, that pretty well describes my plea to God a lot of different times in my journey. Like, if you put me back together, like, I will tell the people it wasn't me. And that has been a lot of my journey, kind of surrendering the illusion of what I was doing. And as I've been talking about recently, there's a paradox here. It's like, you do it, but do you do it? Is it you? And from what I can tell, the collaboration between you and God, you and life, is really, you open the door through imagining the possibility. I think Jim Carrey has that quote. He's like, your job is just to open the door in your head and then let God walk through it. And opening the door in your head changes everything, because how you perceive the world around you, how you perceive yourself, determines what actions you'll take, and also what you will allow yourself to become aware of. And so if the door in your head isn't open, you won't notice opportunities, you won't notice details. Like, there are things you won't pick up on if the door isn't open for you. And that's not woo-woo, that's like, if I got a discount woo-woo, no. What's crazy? The idea that we think we can even explain anything. So actually, it is more scientific for me to say I do not know than to try to give you some science. And why I want to give God credit instead of taking myself, like, I did this. I did stuff. I opened the doors. I kept fucking showing up every time. I probably still have to show up a lot more. I got a lot more. But I am at a place now where, like, I love myself. And I didn't even know that place existed. So, like, if I don't go any further than here, I won. But the point is, we are all connected to God. We all have access to the same power. You don't need to be anybody special you don't need anything from where you are. Like, you can reach God. And God, from a metaphysical standpoint, is consciousness. And so essentially God represents, life represents what you are attuned to, what you're aware of, what you're claiming through your being. And yet, I find there's so much more. It occurs to me a lot like Russian dolls of influence. And there are non-physical things I can't explain. There are physical, it's a miracle. Being a human is a miracle, and I think it is just adorable that we, as the miracle, think that we have any idea about what the miracle actually is, or how to talk about the miracle, or control the miracle. What if we just experience the miracle? And that, to me, is sort of like, that's the door. The present moment is the door to God. When you say, like, I trust, I am, it is, and you open your heart and allow for yourself to unconditionally accept and love what is internally and externally. And I guess the moral of the story is, like, if you're worried you don't have, like, the strength or the resources or the path or whatever it is, like, ask. What if you asked for it? What if you opened the door and you asked for it? And I find, like, what I'm asking for now is to know that I don't need to ask anymore. Like, I'm really trying to practice being in that state of awareness. And also, JK. I'm also asking, like, how the hell do I fulfill my promise? Because it is a bit uncomfortable. It's a bit awkward for me to talk about something I can't prove. So